What's going on, guys? My name is Barney and welcome back to a new video. I know what you're thinking. Rocket League gameplay? I don't even want to see this. And you'll click away. The Rocket League gameplay is just for entertaining purposes. You can listen to me as well. Basically, I don't have any other gameplays to put under the video. So, yeah. So today I'm going to be a bit on a rant. I'm going to talk about the Renegade Line community. I'm going to be a little bit critical of the Renegade Line community. You know, some of you may know already all of this stuff, so please don't get offended or take this too personally. So without further ado, let's get started. The first point is already a dead meme at this point. Basically, people are already memeing about, hey, when is the release date, since it's pretty near. But at the beginning, in 2015, it was kind of annoying to see as answers on the Facebook or on the Renegade Line page, like, it was basically release date, ? Nothing more, that's it, and that like 100 times a month or something. Basically, people were asking for the release date every fucking time. It was very annoying to see. If you really want to play a game, you can do a little bit of research and find everything you want to know. At least that's what I did. I'm interested in the game that much that I'm going to search all of the information I can find, of course. I get it. Some people don't have the time for that, but still, if you do 1 hour of research, you have like basically all of your questions answered. I do want to point out that the developers actually really did a bad job on communicating to the community. When the release date was, it was like on the bottom of the Kickstarter page and somewhere in a Q&A, in a spoiler, on the forums, on the news section. It wasn't really communicated on the best way, the 21st of February. Luckily, a lot of members of the community actually stepped up and said like, hey, the release date is on the 21st of February to a lot of people in the comments or whatever. Basically, if it wasn't for them, there would be a lot more people complaining for the release date. Which is logical. The developers should have been a little bit more on point with saying the release date, and they said it would come out in 2016 as well. Basically, their brand kind of got damaged already because they aren't really trustworthy developers, because they said the game would come out in 2016, but it comes out 2 months later in 2017. They did apologize for it though and explained why, so I love the transparency from the team, of course. They're really transparent in what they're doing, and that's one of the bigger things in their strategy. So the second point is that the developers are money hungry. They're asking for money before there is a game, or instead of opening a beta, they're kind of asking for money instead of developing. But what a lot of people don't understand is, while they're asking for money, they're actually still working on the game, you know? Basically, they can't speed up the process, but they can with your money. It's pretty logical. I get it. It's very logical. Like, hey, I'm giving money to people which haven't proven anything yet, which is kind of sketchy. In my opinion, the developers aren't money hungry. They're just really determined to succeed. You know, if you have a project, you want as many funds as possible for your project to succeed. If you have more funds, you can do more, release content even faster, and you know, and hire some people and whatever. At least the beta process will be sped up even faster with the money, and they can launch the alpha maybe quicker, host some servers or whatever. In my opinion, it's not really money hungry, it's just very determined to succeed, which is logical. And the third point is the developers are working very slowly. Let's say a lot of people are impatient as fuck. Yes, it did take 2 years, but the developers are doing it in their spare time. I'm making videos in my spare time, you know, 1 video a week approximately. It takes me a few hours to make a video, like some videos take 1 or 2 hours, some videos take 5 or 6 hours, you know, working out a script, doing this, doing that. I also have school, I also have a social life, I also do sports. And I do not have that much time next to my other daily things to make videos or do this. I also want to relax a little bit. And that's what the developers have as well. You know, they're doing probably some university to learn to program or whatever. Or they also have a social life and they just don't have that much time, like 2 or 3 hours maximum on a day. They're doing it for free as well, so there's less motivation to do it. Like, yo, if I'm going to work on the game for 3 hours, I get like 15 euros. Oh, that's nice, you know? Now it's like, yo, I can develop the game, but hey, I can also watch some Netflix or something, you know? And the last thing for this is that there's a learning curve as well. As you can see at the graph, it starts really slow. Basically, people are a bit confused over there. They don't know what to do. Then you get the hang of it. You know, it speeds up a little bit the learning process. Like, hey, we've developed this first gun for the game. We can do some more now. It's going way faster. Instead of 1 gun in a month, they made like 3 or 4 guns in the month or something. I'm just pulling out examples. And then at the end, they're at their maximum capacity, of course. It's getting to a routine. It's just a basic process which they're doing over and over again. It might be fun for some people, but it basically gets routine work, and it has a fixed process of how to do it. And basically they aren't there yet, that they're at their maximum capacity. They're still learning probably. It's still a young company, but I'm sure they will succeed later on. Battlefield Heroes 2.0. Yes, it's basically the same idea. It's a third-person cartoon shooter with an 8v8 game mode system. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not Battlefield Heroes 2.0. Please go away if you're expecting an exact clone. That's just not possible due to intellectual property. EA has the rights of Battlefield Heroes. I also saw a lot of people saying, why don't you just copy the models of Battlefield Heroes, copy the buildings, and copy the maps, and copy everything, all the abilities, copy the CAG, copy this. But don't copy burning bullets because it's a noob ability, and even a poll on the forums on Battlefield Heroes said it was a noob ability. Hey. Basically, people want to play Battlefield Heroes again. I know that. I'm not that determined to play that game. I'm just really excited for a new game, fresh start. And basically, it's just not possible to reboot Battlefield Heroes at this point, as long as EA doesn't want to. They have the rights still. Even if the game is down, they still have the rights of the game. You can't just boot it up manually or something. Don't expect a clone. The game is so much different in so many aspects. I also made a video on that. It's just very annoying to hear all the time, like, yo, I can't wait to play Battlefield Heroes again. I've literally seen some of those comments on the Facebook page, like, I can't wait to play Battlefield Heroes. Or they tag someone like, hey man, this is exactly Battlefield Heroes. Please do some research before you invest in a project, or else you will be kind of disappointed. I'm really afraid that a lot of people are disappointed and are going to rage like, yo, I paid fucking 10 euros and I basically put it in your game and it's shit. So what? You didn't expect what you were paying for. You need 60,000 euros for sunshine on a map or rain on a map. You need like 75,000 for 2 more maps. How the fuck? People are so confused by the Kickstarter stretch goals. It's so annoying. Like, I didn't know how Kickstarter works at first. But, you know, I looked up some things and I just read basically the whole page. And I thought like, hey, of course, those are stretch goals. They want to motivate people to donate more, to see more content on the beta release. They also could have done 0 stretch goals. And then you wouldn't have any extra content on the beta release. But it's just proven if you do stretch goals on Kickstarter, project will have more chance to succeed. But basically people think like, oh, you need 85k just for motorcycles, you need 290,000 for female characters? No, it's just how their priority list is. They want weather times way more than something like female characters. Plus, female characters is way more effort, of course, but it's not high on their priority list. They want the game working and maybe some extra features for the beta, and that's it, you know? It's not like they need 60k for the weather editions or the 10k extra. It was basically there already in an early stage, but it's just nice to get some extra money or motivate people to donate more for your project so you can do more with the money. That's one of the best points I've ever heard. The game is fucking ugly. Yes, the game isn't that beautiful, especially the characters weren't that beautiful in the stream. But everything you see is pre-alpha footage and is subject to change. Have you seen Battlefield Heroes in the alpha stage? There are some videos of it. It's very ugly. Have you seen League of Legends in Season 1 or before it even came out? It was fucking ugly. Every game which starts is very ugly, and I think Renegade Line, especially the map, looks very, very polished for an alpha stage. The quality is really, really high in my opinion. The characters aren't that great yet, but if we just wait, the characters and the maps, the gameplay, everything will just get better. We just have to wait. This is just pre-alpha. The game is ugly. Yes, it doesn't look the best, but it's still pretty good for pre-alpha in my opinion. I'm also a member on the forums. I post pretty regularly and I basically read everything. And there are just some people who create 5 fucking threads. 5 threads just to ask one question in each thread. The thread is called, is ammo limited? And then see title of the topic. Then the next one, is Renegade Line pay to win? Battlefield Heroes was pay to win, so is Renegade Line pay to win? And this process 5 times, and that's just one person who does that. And that basically when the Kickstarter started, these things started to happen more frequently. Like we also had the release date meme, like people were making spamming threads like release date, but it was genuine. It was not because of the meme. It was a genuine thing that people didn't look on the forums. Like you can basically press Ctrl+F, search for release, and then you get on the whole page if there's a release date thread, or go to 5 pages or something, or Google it. Even if you Google release date Renegade Line, you'll get like 5 options or something. People are just so fucking lazy. It's so annoying. And I know there's not a search tool at the moment on the forums, but there are more functions. Like, okay, if you're kind of old, either like 60 or 50, I get it, you don't know what Ctrl+F is. But most of the youngsters, of the teens, really know how to use a computer. And I think Renegade Line is probably for young people, and not that much for old people. And last but not least, overall stupidity. Especially on Facebook. There's so much fucking stupidity on Facebook. People spamming the release date, people spamming that it looks bad, people spamming that I won't donate because it's not exactly Battlefield Heroes. They're just spamming stupidity all over the place. Not everyone on Facebook is stupid or something. I don't want to entitle myself as smart or as not stupid or whatever. Maybe I'm just stupid because of creating this whole video. In my opinion, there are just so many annoying people on Facebook. Also on the forums there are some, but there it's limited. In general, the Renegade Line community is very, very great. But some of the community, especially on Facebook, are very, very annoying to read. Every question which has been answered somewhere, not even that hard to look up, basically they're asking the question on Facebook or creating multiple threads on common topics, complaining somewhere or whatever. It's just really annoying. Sometimes I just have to make a video like this, you know. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little rant today. Basically, I had to let everything out, all my frustrations. I'm totally chill right now. I've let all of my frustrations. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please tell me in the comments what annoys you the most. Maybe it's one of my topics I talked about in this video, or maybe it's something else. Please let me know, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Later!